Hi students, it's Mrs. McKenna here, and I'm going to give you a tutorial on how to use NoodleTools, which is one of my favorite tools to use when creating a works cited page. The good thing is all of us have NoodleTools accounts. So what I'm going to ask you to do is to bring up Google, and then we're going to bring up NoodleTools. So type in the address, noodletools.com. And since we already have an account, we're going to go up to Login in the upper right-hand corner, click Login. And this looks pretty busy, but it's actually pretty easy. What you're going to do is on the right-hand side, it says Access via G Suite, sign in with Google. Click the sign in button. And it brings it right up into my account, which is awesome. Sometimes you have to pick from a couple of listings of names or whoever's logged in recently, but just log in there. So if you look here, I already have a couple of my assignments up here, but I'm going to the left where there's the green button that says New Project. Let's click on that. And I'm going to give it a title. I think I'm just going to call mine Project. And since we're in the English department, we will use the citation style of MLA. And the citation level is advanced because you've been doing this for a while and we're using the advanced setting. So I'll click Submit. Oh, I have to change the title. Submit. Now at the top, it automatically goes to dashboard. I don't use this too much, although you could use it to help guide your project. I use sources quite a bit. So go to the right in the center in the middle where it says sources. And this is where we're going to create our works cited page. We'll click on new source. And I'll go to printer in hand. So I'm going to have a book and I'm going to enter the information for it, but there's lots of different information you could enter. Since I'm using a book, I'll click on book, but you can use a newsletter, newspaper, journal, anything. I will click on book though. So there's a couple of different ways you can do this. You can do the ISBN number, which I'll show you later, or you can do the more traditional way where it says book. So I'm going to click on roll. Mine is an author, and I'll do my favorite book, To Kill a Mockingbird. So the first name is Harper, no middle name, last name is Lee. And then if you have multiple authors or editors, you click on Add Contributor. Title of book, To Kill a Mockingbird. Publisher. I'm going to look on inside the book to find this. It's Harper Perennial, and it was published in 1960 in New York City. Sometimes you don't have the publication city, but if you don't, just leave it blank, okay? And that's really all I need. So I'll click Save, and we'll see my citation pop up. There it is. See, we've got Lee, Harper, period, To Kill a Mockingbird's in italics. We've got the city of publication, the publisher, and the date. Now, look at options on the right. The little blue button, click on that. And in-text reference, this is a wonderful help, okay? So say I got a quote from page 22. It shows me how to cite it at the top, okay? Look at that. In parentheses, Lee 22, the author's last name and the page number. So that's something really important to use, okay? Let's add another source, okay? I'm going to go to printer in hand. I'll have another book, and I'm going to try it a little differently. I'll try with the ISBN number. So I have a book that I use in my Myths and Legends class. It's called Myths, Legends, and Folk Tales of America by David Leeming and Jack Page. I'm going to look at the ISBN on the back, and I'm going to type it in. 019511784 search, and that's it. I'm going to click on it and import selected sources. Okay, yep, that's it. Continue, and that's it. So I'm going to save this source. Take just a minute. And there is my second source right here. So I just entered the ISBN number and it gave me everything I needed. I'm going to go to options over here, look at in-text reference, and here it is right here. So again, I'll put like on page 23. And look, Leeming and Page. That's how you cite your source right there. Now remember, we have to cite for both quotes and if we paraphrase or summarize, you still have to cite it. So those are some great ways to enter books. We're going to add another source. I'm going to enter a website. because a lot of times we use websites. They're very handy, they're easy to access. So I'll click on website up here and I'll just go down to web page. All right. I'm going to put the URL in. So what I did is I looked up Annie Oakley on Encyclopedia Britannica. So I'm going to copy the URL, all these pop-ups, and I'm going to paste it in here. Okay, date of publication. Now, sometimes it's a little easier to have two screens so you can go back and forth so you don't have to keep looking. Date of publication, I look on the right here, last updated. Okay, I'm going to pop that in. January 28th, 2020. Most recent date of access. Yep, I accessed it today. There I go. Okay, contributors. If you look at this, it says written by the editors of Encyclopedia Britannica. So put role editor. Okay. And last name or group. I'm going to put Encyclopedia Britannica. Okay. Web page or document article title. If I look, the document article title is called Annie Oakley, American Markswoman. And I did something wrong on purpose to show you something. So all the letters should be capitalized here. And if something's wrong, NoodleTools is going to give you a little suggestion. The first letter of the word markswoman should most likely be capitalized. Yep, that's correct. I'm going to fix it. I don't have an English translation. I don't need it. Name of the website, Encyclopedia Britannica. Publisher of the site, we can leave that off because it's the same publisher, okay? And really, that's it. I'm going to save it. And I don't need the two screens. So here's our website, okay? And it's also a nice link to the live page. So here is our description there, okay? Now again, we're going to look up the in-text reference. Okay, there it is, Encyclopedia Britannica. Those are the editors, okay? If you notice, I didn't put editors of Encyclopedia Britannica as it says on the page because the editor is right after it. Okay, so you can continue adding sources, which is wonderful. Keep going. You need to cite every source that you use. Remember, if you did not think of it, you need to cite it. So if you put some information in that you didn't think of, you need to cite the source that you got it from. So if I go up to print and export, this is going to make it really easy to export the information. I'm going to export it to Google Docs because I'm using a lot of Google. Here it is. Perfect. If you notice, it's in alphabetical order. Encyclopedia, Lee, Leeming. All right. And if you notice, it's reverse indentation because the first line's always to the left and the additional lines are indented. So this is a great resource to use. It's going to save you a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of stress. If you include your sources in NoodleTools whenever you use the source, that's going to make life a whole lot easier. It's going to make the project and the citations a lot easier. So my suggestion is, as you use the information, include the source into NoodleTools. It's not only articles, it's also interviews, YouTube videos, images that you get offline. Like if you got a picture from somewhere, include that in here. So like if you go to new source, you could do, I don't know if website would have a picture. Let's see, chart table and cartoon audio, photo or image. Yep. Photo or illustration, you would click on that and you would enter the information. So you would have the name of the website, the URL. So if you use a photo, include it in there. I'm going to go back, show you how to include a YouTube video. If you include that, oh, went back a little too far. New source, viewed, heard live, nope, website, we'll go to website. Let's see. Video clip online. If you use a YouTube video, this is something to use. The URL would be, the YouTube URL, date of publication, when did you access it, title of it, name of the site, okay. So these are all sources that you can definitely use. So make sure you use the NoodleTools to create a nice, beautiful works cited page. You need to give credit where credit's deserved. And if you used information from somewhere